Every night, the moon silently controls Earth's oceans and life. Every night, a silent, watchful guardian hangs in our sky. We call it the moon. It is a familiar sight, a beacon in the darkness. Many see it as just a beautiful light, a simple ornament for the night. But the moon's influence is far more profound. It is a secret force, quietly shaping our world. Its power is not loud or sudden, but steady and immense. The moon's invisible hand reaches across the vastness of space. It pulls on our oceans, creating the rhythmic rise and fall of the tides. This constant, gentle tug is a fundamental force of nature, a dance between two celestial bodies. This silent commander does much more than move the seas. The moon seems to change its shape night after night. This transformation is not random. It follows a precise and predictable pattern. We call this pattern the lunar cycle. The journey takes roughly 29.5 days to complete, a period that has long defined our concept of a month. During this cycle, the moon presents different illuminated portions of its surface to us here on Earth. These changing appearances are what we refer to as the phases of the moon. They are a result of the moon's continuous orbit around our planet, a slow and graceful celestial ballet. The cycle begins with the new moon. At this stage, the moon is positioned between the Earth and the sun. The side of the moon facing us receives no direct sunlight. It is therefore dark and blends into the night sky, making it almost impossible to see. From this darkness, a sliver of light begins to emerge, waxing crescent. This is the waxing crescent, a delicate arc that grows larger each night. This phase marks the return of the moon's visibility, a promise of the brightness to come. It is a subtle start to a grand cosmic display. As the days pass, the sliver of light expands. First quarter. It grows into the first quarter, where half of the moon's face appears illuminated. Waxing gibbous. The light continues to grow, or wax, through the waxing gibbous phase. More than half of the moon is now bright, appearing swollen with light. Full moon. This leads to the cycle's brilliant peak, the full moon. The Earth is now between the sun and the moon. The entire face of the moon visible to us is bathed in sunlight. It shines as a perfect, bright circle, casting a pale light over the landscape below. After the splendor of the full moon, the process reverses. Waning gibbous. The light begins to recede in the waning gibbous phase. Last quarter. The illuminated portion shrinks until it reaches the last quarter, where the opposite half of the moon is lit compared to the first quarter. Waning crescent. Finally, the moon disappears again into the darkness of the new moon, ready to begin its timeless cycle all over again. The moon's most visible power on Earth is its command over the oceans. This influence is a result of gravity. Just as the Earth's gravity holds the moon in orbit, the moon exerts its own gravitational pull on our planet. This pull is strong enough to affect the entire Earth, but its effect is most noticeable on the vast bodies of water that cover our world. The moon's gravity gently pulls the water in the oceans towards it. This creates a bulge on the side facing the moon. A bulge also forms on the opposite side. The moon pulls the solid Earth toward it, leaving water on the far side behind. These two bulges create high tide. As Earth rotates, different places pass through the bulges. Most coasts therefore get 2 high tides each day. The water rises as a location enters a bulge and falls as it leaves. The sun, with its immense gravity, also joins this dance. When the sun, moon, and Earth align during the new moon and the full moon, their forces combine. That makes very high highs and very low lows, spring tides. The moon's influence extends far beyond the oceans, touching the lives of countless creatures. For many animals, the lunar cycle is a critical signal that governs their most important behaviors. The soft glow of the moon provides just enough light for nocturnal activities. Hunting migration. Consider the sea turtle. After hatching from sandy nests, baby turtles face a perilous journey to the sea. They move toward the brightest horizon, moonlight on the ocean. This ancient instinct guides them to the water. Celestial guidance isn't limited to reptiles. Many birds migrate at night. Flying under darkness helps them avoid predators and the heat of day. To navigate, they use many cues: moon, stars, whose position and light act as a compass. Even in the ocean's depths, the moon's cycle holds sway. On the Great Barrier Reef, after a full moon, corals release eggs, sperm, simultaneously. Triggered by the lunar cycle and water temperature, this overwhelms predators and boosts fertilization. For all of human history, the moon has been our constant companion in the night sky. Long before we understood the science of gravity or orbits, we recognized its importance. Ancient civilizations used the moon as a primary method of keeping time. The regular, repeating cycle of its phases gave us the concept of the month. Farmers would plant and harvest by its phases, believing its cycle influenced the growth of crops. Sailors navigated the seas by its light, trusting its predictable path across the sky. The moon is deeply embedded in our culture. It has been worshipped as a deity and regarded as a symbol of mystery, romance, and change. In 1969, humanity took its first steps onto another world, leaving footprints on the lunar surface. These missions were not just a triumph of engineering, they opened up a new chapter in our understanding of the solar system. By studying the rocks brought back from the moon, scientists have been able to piece together the history of its formation and learn more about the early days of our own planet. It remains a key part of the Earth's system, a stabilizing force, and a driver of natural rhythms. So, the next time you find yourself under a clear night sky, take a moment. Look up at that familiar shining disk. Notice its phase. Think of the immense, silent power it exerts over our oceans. Think of the tiny turtle hatchlings following its light to the sea. The moon is more than just a beautiful light. It is a fundamental part of our world. We have much more to learn from our timeless celestial companion. If you learned something new, hit like and subscribe.